How did 80s PC hackers push hardware limits? Imagine a time when computers were tiny boxes with limited power, yet some clever people managed to make them do incredible things. That was the 1980s, a wild decade for personal computers like the IBM Personal Computer and the Apple Roman II. These machines had tiny processors, just a few hundred kilobytes of memory, and slow storage options. Yet, hackers and enthusiasts found ways to stretch their capabilities far beyond what the manufacturers intended. They learned every detail about how these computers worked, often by reading manuals, reverse engineering hardware, or experimenting with code. They wrote programs in assembly language, which is a way of talking directly to the computer's processor. This allowed them to control hardware at the most basic level, timing instructions perfectly to do tricks like smooth graphics or faster data transfer. For example, on the Apple Roman II, hackers manipulated the video hardware registers during the screen refresh to create graphics that went beyond normal limits. They would count CPU cycles precisely to switch graphics modes mid-frame, making animations look smoother or creating visual effects that seemed impossible on stock machines. On the IBM PC, hackers exploited undocumented features and hardware bugs. They would bypass the operating system's restrictions by directly accessing the hardware, like the floppy disk drives or the video card. This meant they could speed up disk access or get more memory out of the system. They also used software patches to modify the BIOS or system routines, making the machine do things it was never meant to do. Another trick was combining peripherals in clever ways. Early PCs had limits on how many hard drives or devices could connect via IDE or SEXY controllers. Hackers found ways to patch or reconfigure the software to support more devices or increase data throughput. They even created custom drivers to squeeze extra performance out of the hardware. The culture of the 1980s was all about curiosity and sharing. Many hackers made demos or games that pushed the hardware to its breaking point, turning technical challenges into art. They used their skills to improve graphics, sound, and input handling, which influenced future hardware design. This era feels like a time when computers were still a mystery, and every hack was a small victory. Young enthusiasts learned by tinkering, sharing tips through bulletin board systems and magazines. The hardware limitations made every achievement exciting, and the community celebrated clever tricks that revealed the hidden potential of these early personal computers. In short, 1980s PC hackers pushed hardware limits by mastering low-level programming, exploiting quirks, timing instructions perfectly, and creatively using peripherals. Their work turned modest machines into powerful tools for gaming, graphics, and productivity, laying the groundwork for future advances in computing while showing the inventive spirit of the decade.